All right, guys, welcome back. So the other day I posted a video of a golfer in El Paso who worked with me, and I got a lot of questions about it. Now, this was a pure beginner. He started his journey into the golf school shooting 140 plus. He said he'd only kept score like 3 times, and they were all super high. And then he worked his way down right after the golf school and is now shooting in the 80s. Now, I showed some before and after of his swing, and it is a massive improvement. And I'm going to take you through some of the stuff that we worked on and some of the stuff that I see amateurs, really high handicappers, making mistakes with on a regular basis. So I'm going to recap some of the things that we worked on here. And I'm going to have Max pretend to be a really high handicapper, and we'll see if we can turn him into that. So when he's set up, he got his knees way bent in here, stuck his butt way back, and had his chest really high, and was just reaching for the golf ball. Now, with those checkpoints, balance is completely lost, and it's impossible to make a good turn in the backswing. So the first thing we did, and we struggled with it in the beginning, was got the legs straighter. So go up there, and the checkpoint here was we wanted the kneecaps over the balls of the feet. Now, we took his pelvis and pushed it more underneath and got him rounding down more from the thoracic spine, which is the upper spine. Now, when he did that, he liked to get his hands really tight here into his body. We had to get him in a position where the arms were hanging down from the sockets when he was addressing the golf ball. Now, balance points are extremely critical for beginners. When he was in his original position, there was not much turn happening in his golf swing, which makes it really difficult to swing down from the golf ball when the club is up here. Hey guys, if you're interested in seeing what I can do with your golf swing, this is your opportunity. Check down below, see all the dates of my golf schools. Send me an email. Let's get you signed up. After we got the setup cues, we had to get the backswing working properly. Now, he was really struggling hitting golf balls early on, but the one thing I had going for me is he shallowed the club well from a really tough position, okay? So we wanted to make sure we got him turning and taught him structure in his backswing. So go ahead and set up here. The first thing we worked on was unlocking the pelvis and getting a big turn. So start back here. Now, once that pelvis starts going, it's going to make it a lot easier for the chest to move. So we moved that chest and got him a big 90-degree turn. Now, even though his body started working properly, he was still finding himself in a position where the club would just break down and get really tight to his body. So he would end up having to throw the club behind him to try and get it into a position where he could make a functional downswing. So we went after structure. So the thing we worked on was keeping the lead arm as pushed away from his body as we could in initial backswing. So that kept structure. We worked on trying to feel as though we had a triangle created between his shoulders, his arms, and the club. Now that was an amazing feel for him. It started putting him in a position where he could move back. Now, we worked on keeping the arms as far away from the body as possible, all the way up to the top. That was an excellent feel in his golf swing. Now, the final backswing thing we had to deal with is he would stand up out of the bad posture and his shoulders would get really level. So when we looked at him at the top of his backswing, he looked like this and then had to dive back down to the golf ball. So we started by creating a tilt in his shoulder all the way back. That put him in an excellent position at the top of his backswing in order to just be able to use his body to unload and pivot into the golf ball. So after we were able to get a good backswing position established, we still had work to do. We were having major contact issues. The chunks were out in force. And this is a player who, if he caught a ball solid, would send a 9-iron about 60 yards, and mainly it would go to the right, a big 60-yard block with no distance. So when we started working on contact, we established that the pressure was just sitting into his back foot. It was actually moving away from him in the downswing. So go ahead and set up here. The key feel that we created for him was getting the pressure to drift into the outside ball of the lead foot in initial transition. He felt that drift and he started getting pressure into the lead side, which created a condition where he was now able to turn around the corner. He started making some of the best contact I've ever seen. You could tell there were still little hiccups in the golf swing, but it's a good way to take a player that shooting 140 down to the 80s, if you can create solid contact and get a player to start hitting their 9-iron 140, 150 yards, which is good territory to be in, you're going to clean up that swing quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and have Max hit one here where he goes through all the feels, where he really creates the inclination in his shoulders, where he really starts feeling the pressure moving back into the lead side. If you're able to do that, you're going to be able to strike the ball like that, and you're going to have a lot more fun playing golf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next week. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.